This is Leon. He's been building for 12 years, but in the last 14 months, he's made 3 core changes to his business that's seen him get out of day-to-day operations on site, stop working nights and weekends so he can spend more of that time with his family, and get inside the industry benchmark golden ratios. I'm going to walk you through exactly how he's done it in these 3 core steps and how you can too. Leon's a weapon. He's been able to take his family to Bali, go on mountain biking trips with his mates through Tasmania, and all while he's been away, his sites have run to timeline, budget, and profitability. Leon's managed to get these results by following a proven process that if you're a residential building company owner, you can follow too. It's a perfect process if you're wanting to protect your margins, protect your evenings, and protect your weekends so that you're not working in a busy job with overheads, but actually building a business that gives you true wealth, more time, and more money. Today, we sat down with Leon and he walked us through exactly what he's learned along the way and the 3 core areas that he saw the biggest improvement in his building company.
I really wanted to buy back time. That was the biggest thing for me. I'm not a money man. It's all about me having the time to do the things that I want to do. Those things that report me, like family, getting out and mountain biking and going away on holidays. So really my focus was to make sure that I could information together around what we required as a business to make things better and more efficient, and for me to be able to step away from those jobs and hand down to delegate to other people.
His big core areas were how Leon leveraged himself from sites that he wasn't the guy involved in day-to-day operations, how he started charging for his quotes so that he was actually hitting inside golden ratios, and his core takeaways that he wanted to share with other building company owners that were in a similar position to him.
Please stop trying to do the site-related stuff. So I used to spend a lot of time going out of the office on the site, and that's become almost zero now. I mean, I get out there when I need to, but that is really something that's been delegated to Jim, my construction manager. It's given me time to then look at the other things in the business and try and get that better as well. So you can spend more time getting the kids up from school, and that which has been, taken to school, which has been important. This part of, what I wanted to be there for as a father.
Leon was pretty flustered. He was spinning a lot of plates. He was working a lot of hours, and he wanted to be a better husband and a better father. He knew that to do this, he needed to get systems and processes in place for his team so they could follow them, and he wasn't having to be there on site every day of the week, answering all the phone calls that were coming. To do this, he started with a full health audit and freedom finder exercise to work out what were the biggest dominoes and the key things that were taking up most of his time. The team, accountability, expectations, feedback, and measurement. It helped him take a good team and turn them into great leaders that could own the projects that they were each running. The first step of stepping back and delegating to his team so that he could elevate up to be a business owner and not a busy builder fixing things with his own 2 hands was putting the right systems in place for the guys that he had, for the stage of business that he was operating at. There's no point in trying to install a general manager if you're still in the stability or startup phase of your business. You need to earn the right to grow and put the right systems in place for the business size that you're at currently. And that's exactly what Leon has done here. The next part that Leon did was charging for his quotes and getting paid what he was worth. Leon used to have his pipeline full of word of mouth work. He had no marketing, he had no sales process, and he'd quote jobs for free, have tire kickers come through, and then end up doing all of that work for free, and they may or may not convert into a contract with him. So what did he do instead? Well, he started charging for his time in what he called a feasibility agreement.
Early on to builders is a really hard thing to understand. When you're starting a business out, you're like, I can't charge for quotes. I'm only just starting trying to get my business going. I just need to get some work. And that's exactly where I was, right? But now that I've been there and understood how much I've done over the years of not charging for quotes and how much time I haven't been paid for, it's like, this is a no-brainer. I need to be doing this because, I need to be getting punished for my time. So we're getting nice and early with the clients. We tell them that having us on board is only going to benefit them because we're going to save them money with consultants. We're going to save them time with their designers. We're going to save them time with spending money. So getting to a point where they haven't got enough money and then they've got to go backwards and it's going to cost them to redo all their plans and that. So we get them in nice and early, give them that information and show them how we're going to give them the best process possible to get to their finished product. We charge $3,500 for our feasibility agreement. It gives them 2 versions. So we do one version as the initial estimate, and then there'll be a second iteration of that. If they're happy to go ahead, then it goes to the construction phase.
What this did was it sorted out the tire kickers. It stopped people coming through and just price checking him. It allowed him to operate operate inside of the golden ratios and go into a project with a much healthier margin so that he could protect it during a project and then make sure that he came out being paid what he's worth and making sure that he had a resilient and sustainable business that wasn't just reliant on him being a fantastic operator, but actually one that was predictable and profitable and made sure that he was paid what he was worth for the risk and liability that he was absorbing by being a business owner.
We had huge benefits from. I've sold multiples of them now. Some of them haven't gone all the way to construction, but a vast majority have. And the one we were just talking about through an architect, and he's really understanding the value of having me on board early and getting that to the clients early. So we signed a feasibility agreement with them, delivered a preliminary estimate to them that they were happy with. And then from there that we went to the next stage, which is actually locking in a construction plot for the job to go into. So again, that came at a cost as well. So we've already paid it. Well, they paid $3,500 for the initial estimate. And then after that, we went to the next, which was this construction proposal, locking in a time for their build as well. We've gone through the next stage with the job starting next week. So, it's a $1.2 million job, really good job, good margins. And we were upfront with everything as well. The client can see all my costs. Like I've got them on a spreadsheet because that's how the process works. So, there's nothing hidden. Everyone's out there, understands what it's going to be. So we have found huge benefits from doing that, and also getting paid for our time is another thing, that we really needed to do.
Leon's a weapon, but he's got heaps of advice that he wants to pass on to the other builders out there that might be 6 to 12 months behind of him and going through the similar challenges. So here's what he wants to share and some of his biggest takeaways that you can adapt for your situation.
We can't do it all ourselves. We definitely need help along the way. That I don't know everything, and I needed that help to become a better business person. So certainly don't be afraid to get out there and accept that that you're failing in some areas and you need help. That's the first thing, is recognizing that, and then putting the steps in place to get it done. Making that decision to spend time on getting it better. It's not going to happen without you. You have to do it. It stops with you. But the other side of it is so much better, right? You'll have a business that's that's running better, it's smoother, you have less stresses, and that should be more profitable. So, and then for the younger guys that are coming up in there, I know it's certainly a big process, and don't try and get too big too quickly, I guess is what I'd say, is make sure that you've got the foundation there to build on, so that you've got all those things in place that are going to help you and stop you from falling over. And I guess, the TBV is a perfect example of how you've got that crutch there that can help you, that can provide you with all of that support that you need to put you on the right path to understanding the right systems and processes that you need in your business to grow it successfully and without, too many fails along the way, I would say. So, believe in yourself. If it's something that you're passionate and you want to do, just, put your best foot forward and really have a good go at it, and sure that you'll be successful.
So if you want to get hold of the full episode, in there we have all of the answers to all the questions that we asked Leon in a full 42-minute interview. If you want to join our community and meet other members just like Leon, then you can do so by clicking and finding all the links below. If you found this helpful, let us know in the comments what the main takeaway was and what you're going to implement into your business for the situation that you're in at the moment. Here's to your success, and here's to great builders building great businesses.